Gregory Industries is a mid-sized manufacturer of highway safety products, strut channel metal framing products, and we also do galvanizing and fence posts. We ship 30, 40 truckloads of material a day to sites all across America. During the pandemic, we were considered essential. It was April 30th of 21. I got a phone call about 4:30, 5 o'clock in the morning. Our IT support guy saw something suspicious on one of our servers. We popped up a screen, asked the person who they were, and they typed some random characters and bugged out. By the time I got to work and we were starting to figure out what had happened, we discovered one of the ransom notes. We have encrypted your data, and in order to get your data back, you need to contact this number and pay a ransom.
It was very humbling to find out that the things we had worked so hard on weren't protection enough. For years, we had operated under the assumption that ransomware was something that was going to happen to a larger, more well-known organization. Just because you're not a JP Morgan or a Microsoft or Amazon, just because you fall in that weird little SMB bucket, doesn't mean you're not going to get targeted. If you're in a crucial infrastructure sector of the markets, yeah, you're going to get hit, because this isn't just about highway robbery. This is about economic disruption. This is about creating a difficult time for the United States as a whole.
You don't have to be a sophisticated cyber attacker. You can rent the services based upon what you want to do and, the extent of your pocketbook. So in that regard, ransomware has moved from a small group of people to a commercial operation.
There's ransomware as a service. You can hire gangs to conduct ransomware. You can become part of this criminal enterprise if you want, and you can make use of other people's expertise.
So they have smarter hackers that build these tools, infrastructure to do the encryption and everything else, and they provide support to less sophisticated hackers that will go out and kind of farm it out. So it's kind of a contractor basis for these groups. And it's smart because now you have an army of hackers to go do your bidding and you get a certain percentage of those profits.
One of the challenges when we think about what that attacker community looks like is that there's the common image of either the pimply-faced high schooler, the hoodie-wearing evildoer. The reality today is that the bulk of the kinds of attacks that are being performed are being done by people for whom this is their day job. They wake up in the morning, they roll out of bed. This is what they do for work.
These are entities that have true business practices when it comes to ransomware. They have office buildings, they have people that report and punch in on a time clock, and they sit at their desk, and they are conducting malicious acts against other entities in other countries as part of their daily duties. They have human resources, they get time off.
You're also dealing with an environment in which the breadth with which they cast their nets means that the risk of being hit just inadvertently is so large. Automated tools now are able to go deploy across great swaths of communities. The percentages that these folks operate on are so vast. They don't have to have really high hit rates. You don't have to be notable or remarkable. If you simply exist on the web, you can get hit.
So how do you handle a ransomware gang from Eastern Europe or Sub-Saharan Africa or Southeast Asia? You don't have the ability to call the authorities because there are no authorities that you have any access to. And a lot of these gangs work out of countries that have no computer crime laws and no extradition treaties. So there's nothing you can do.
Small to medium-sized businesses, I think, really struggle with security because it's often an afterthought. Your company grows, it starts to expand, you start to have rapid growth and development, and all of a sudden now, you're a major front of attack for these types of targets and attackers that you're seeing out there.
It's unreasonable to assume that, given the resources at hand, the small IT shop, myself and a support tech, against the Russian mafia or a nation state, we weren't going to ever fully stop somebody like that. The ripple effect of a ransomware attack is just huge.